5 lights on. Safety car restart. 14 laps to go down here in Miami. Alex with a really bad restart. Looks like both Ferraris got a significantly better start. Sarkles already on the inside and ghosted. Can Sarkles overtake Alex in the first corner? Alex got a significantly better exit though. Sarkles though, a better line. No, he does not. Alex keeps P3 and Sarkles into the wall. Sarkles into the wall. Can't even look. He fell down too far. Can't even spectate him. Either way, Sarkles trying to make an overtake into the wall. That is not a great restart for the V car. He's still stuck. Cricket on the track, coming back on. No virtual safety car, no actual safety car, and everything looks good. Plumpy is P1, but Rockstar is under pressure by Alex. Behind Alex is a fast driver. Definitely not a driver you want to have. Definitely not a driver you want to be under pressure by in the Williams. And it looks like Burt makes an overtake down on the outside of Damien. Damien has to tuck back and let it. No, Damien dives down the inside, taps tires with Burt. Is teleporting everywhere. Why is my Wi-Fi so ass? I don't know. It looks like he taps the McLaren behind him. Everyone's teleporting through Sector 2 at the very end of Sector 2 into Sector 3. Every single person is teleporting. Anyways, team orders were given that Plumpy gives the position back, but now it's unsafe for Plumpy to give the position back as Alex is right on the back of Rockstar. If Plumpy slows down to give Rockstar his P1, Plumpy will be overtaken by the Williams driver behind. They're going to have to race with the order and just race it out on track. This is an amazing race. Could this be the constructors' fight for this season? It is a 1-2 Ferrari and a 3-4 Williams, but however, Polar dives down the outside of CM Loken. Can CM Loken attack back? CM Loken on older on worse tires, and looks like Polar sticks it through better traction. However, Burt overtakes CM Loken as well, goes down the inside. CM Loken has the better line, but is still getting overtaken by these fast drivers. 3-second time penalty for Alex. Alex now has a total of 9 seconds worth of time penalties. Rez has retired from the safety car. Rez bottles once more for Red Bull. Polar, as of right now, is racing for a podium. Polar's dominance when it comes to consistency is not over. He was consistent in Season 2. He was decently consistent in Season 3. I thought there was a fall off for this Alpine driver, but it looks like he still might be the fast driver we saw in Season 2. And is racing Alex for a podium. We'll see. Rockstar will start racing once more here on lap 5. He'll start racing lap 5. He caught Plumpy kind of lacking, but Polar's right on the back of Plumpy. Polar's thinking about it, realizing it's too far back. He has 0 DRS as well. There's no need to make a really risky overtake this early on. Either way, MC makes an overtake down on the outside, down on the inside. Either way, makes a clean overtake on the Haas driver. Don Polio drops down to P7. Is Don Polio under pressure by the Mercedes driver of Caleb? It looks like he might be. Caleb's a dangerous driver to be behind. He's a fast driver to be behind. He runs fast setups, runs warm tires, and on a sprint race-like strategy, a sprint race-like stint, I guess you could say, Caleb might be the driver to beat. Or up to P7. He is on hard tires, but he is faster. He's using ERS, using overtake, trying to make an overtake down on Caleb. World champion versus what he knows is a future world champion. Makes a clean overtake going into Sector 2. This is a dangerous sector. You have to keep it within the white lines. This is probably where Alex and MC has gotten their time penalties. Needs to keep it clean. Does not want to pull a res in qualifying. Thinks about going down the outside, but realizes there's no room, no traction. Has to tuck behind. Is still behind Don Polio. However, he stopped once. The drivers in heaven have yet to stop. If he can stay with the Ferraris, he could win out here in Miami and take a lead of the drivers, take a lead of the constructors. This could be a phenomenal race for Red Bull in Miami. However, there's a lot of drivers, a lot of fast drivers behind without time penalties. MC might screw himself over here for not being the cleanest driver. Being clean will reward you here in league racing. Polar right behind with DRS. Burt is right behind. Burt is flying. Burt is fast. Don Polio with a 10-second time penalty for Aston Martin for speeding in the pit lane. Usually that penalty goes to Burt. Burt was lucky he did not get it here in a sprint race-like format because he would not have the time to serve it and still come back in the race. But warnings. Burt makes a lot of overtakes on this straight. He loves to use overtake, loves to use ERS. He is in the ERS league. He's right behind the Alpine. Does he fancy an overtake? Does he go on the outside? Does he go on the inside? Looks like he goes on the outside. Bowler goes on the inside. Tries to make a defending move. Can he? No, he can't. He does not have the pace. And his teammate Damien is caught right back up. We're seeing the top drivers fighting wheel to wheel, lap in and lap out as Bert makes another overtake. I don't care what strategy you're on. It looks like Bert might be on the right one. There's 7 laps remaining. The drivers ahead of him have to pit, and he's on the back of every last driver. Polar still has to pit. Damien's already stopped. There's a chance that Damien gets a podium here today. Bert gets a podium here today. Either of these two drivers can get a win. But what about Awesome Kula? If Awesome Kula can keep up, Awesome Kula could try to fancy a podium as well. It looks like a driver has retired for the session, and it is a driver of B. Rez has cost his team money, has cost his team points, and so has Blue. Or so has B. My bad, not Blue. Damien right behind, though. We're talking about Bert winning this Grand Prix, but Damien's a fast driver too. Could Damien win his first Grand Prix in an Alpine on debut? But what about Bert? Could Bert also win it? Maybe the Ferraris still have a chance to somehow slither their way back in it. B has left the session after retiring from the session. MC Matt is 3 seconds back from the Ferraris, holding everybody else back as well. He needs to catch, does not have the pace. He's on old medium tires. He's going to have to pit soon onto hard or soft tires. Bert makes an overtake, but MC makes it back. Bert on the outside, MC on the inside. Does Bert have the better grip? And it looks like they both tap. They both break their wing. They both break their car. Bert, what were they doing? MC left no room. MC went to dive into the pits while Bert was on the outside. That had nothing to do with Bert. Bert was a complete and innocent bystander. MC had no idea of his... Actually, definitely had an idea of his surroundings. But MC did not care. Both taken out of the race, practically. Bert was on an absolute masterclass of a strategy. But he could have just gave this win to Damien. Damien has yet to pit. Damien and Alex in P1 and P2. Alex has also pitted. Damien and Alex has already pitted, but Alex has a 9-second time penalty. Could we see an Alex podium here today? But Awesome Kula has also already pitted. Awesome Kula could also fight for something. What about CM Loken? So many things that just happened here today. And it looks like everybody has pitted now besides MC. So this is the true order. It's all or nothing. A couple laps left of racing. CM Loken gets overtaken by multiple people. Sarkles, after the red flag restart, has a chance to come back into the points, and he's up to P6. It's going to come down to who had the best pit strategy, and Bert and Damien pulled an absolute masterclass. Alex right behind him, but with Alex not being clean, it really screwed him up this race, and he's not going to get a podium. Most likely not going to get a podium. But Damien kept it clean. Damien is miles ahead of everybody else in the pink car. All he has to do is stay out of the barriers, and the win will be his. Bert needs to catch Awesome Kula, but really Bert is P2. With 9 seconds worth of time penalties from Alex, 3-second time penalty from Awesome Kula. Awesome Kula needs to break away at least 2 seconds, but Bert's a fast driver, and Bert's behind. Sarkles is also fast, and Sarkles is P5. Sarkles in P5, and it looks like Awesome Kula had a really mixed up. You could tell Bert used a lot of ERS, used the DRS that he had, used the DRS he had an advantage of. Does Bert get on the inside? Yes, he does. Awesome Kula on the outside. Awesome Kula closes that window really soon. Might have tapped his front wing as well, but how is Bert going to go through this next sector? He has a missing front wing on the left. On the right, definitely dark orange, if not at least orange somewhere. He's going to have to really hit the brakes. Yes, he does. Awesome Kula can extend his lead through the sector, but Bert will have ERS and have DRS in the next sector. But Sarkles is going to be right behind. They might all tap tires. It's 3 cars fighting for every last scrap, every last position, while Damien is extending his lead in P1. Rockstar makes up the P7. Rockstar is racing for a Drivers' Championship, and it might not go his way here today in Miami. Ferrari's going to have a lot of work in up their sleeves to really make sure they bring home both championships this season. They're going to be on the back foot if it ends the way it ends. The back foot of the drivers, then the back foot in the constructors. The rookie of Chase is ahead of both Ferraris, ahead of a Williams, and ahead of both a Mercedes. A great race so far for the Haas driver. Bot played another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sarkles is on for a P2 finish. Awesome Kula has a 3-second worth of time penalties, and Alex has 9 seconds worth of time penalties. Who breaks the latest? It looks like Sarkles might break the latest. Awesome Kula on the outside. He has to leave room. Yes, he does. Twilliam versus V-Carb. Definitely not what I thought I would be commentating going into this race. However, Awesome Kula has the DRS. Awesome Kula now chooses the outside once more. and Sarkles goes on the inside to defend, pushes the McLaren wide, leaves in just enough room. They tap side pods, and the McLaren is through. Burt is sitting here watching all this, knowing he has no time penalties. All he has to do is get past Sarkles. If he can get past Sarkles, he could get that podium. However, something I've not been realizing is Alex has 9 seconds worth of time penalties. Awesome Kula, if he could finish 9 seconds ahead of him, it won't even matter. Alex, after a horrible strategy call, well, not a horrible strategy call, not the greatest strategy call compared to his opponents, is now up to P5, going to get past the McLaren after penalties. If he can get past Sarkles, he could also get past Alex and still keep a 1-2 with his past teammates, technically. Either way, it looks like the McLaren's really fine. Sarkles are going wheel to wheel. They might tap. McLaren almost went to the wall. McLaren has to go off the track. And Sarkles hits the wall. Sarkles DNFs. Sarkles into the wall in the same sectors into the wall before the red flag restart. Sarkles DNFs, another top driver out of this race. Plumpy out, Sarkles out, Rez is out, and it looks like Rockstar's up to P3. Alex now knows he's damn near 9 seconds away from Rockstar, but Rockstar's a driver. There's no way you can keep 9 seconds. Leading this Grand Prix. What an amazing race. His once race with Ferrari, replaced by Plumpy, who's DNF'd, and Damien has proven everybody here today he deserves any seat thrown at him. He deserves any team thrown at him, and he deserves the championships. He has won the Constructors' Championships. He has won. Either way, on lap 14 of Miami after the red flag restart, he leads the race, and he leads it by a mile, leads it by 8 seconds. On top of that, another 9 seconds worth of penalties from Alex. Gotten a win on his debut in a V-Carb. He's gotten his win on a debut in a Ferrari, and now here today in an Alpine on his debut. He will cross that line in P1. He will get yet another win. 3 wins added to his collection. He's won every time on his debut. At this point, he needs to continue to go to more teams, win on his debut. He is the new championship leader. Alpine, take the championship lead in the Constructors. Take the championship lead in the Drivers. Damien's hope for this Drivers' Championship is now alive. What a masterclass in strategy the Alpine driver has pulled off, but Rockstar, after a bad strategy call, has still recovered to P2. His championship hopes are still alive as well. Burt's up P3. The top 3 drivers are up into the top 3. Awesome Kula, P4 finish for McLaren. What an amazing result for McLaren. CM Loken, P5, and Alex, P6. Looks like we got a Haas 7-6. A 7-8 as well. Polar P9, not as well as his teammate, but still a decent race after a bad strategy call. Botplane P10, at least some points for Mercedes. Don Polo P11, MC P12, Caleb P13, and Bleak Stew P14 has yet to cross the line.